I'm at 27 Edward Jennings Rd in Glen Mills, and we're looking in the attic. And you can see that the sheathing's discolored. It's got a blackish stain to it, but it is a stain. I don't believe it's mold. It's very warm in here. It's about 60, 65 outside, somewhere in there, and it feels like it's about 85 or 90 at the top of this attic. I would think, from what I can see, that this ridge vent needs some attention. If you look up here, you can see that there's felt. You have an 1.25 inch opening right there that we're looking at, and one inch of it is covered with felt. So when the ridge vent was installed, it wasn't installed carefully, and the part of the opening was covered up. And there's those kind of inconsistencies all along. You have one bay that's open, and one bay that's partially shut, and then one bay that's fully open, and one bay that's partially shut again. Here's another one that's shut. So ridge vent needs to be open for sure. The other concern is there's some areas of the soffit venting. Not all of them, certainly not all, but there's a few that are choked from either rock wool that was original to the construction, or the pink that was added 10 years ago and gets up into the bed. Now the pink is bulky enough not to conform to the opening. You know, it doesn't get all the way up into the sheathing, but it does choke off some of the bay opening, which restricts airflow. So those two considerations are big in what's going on here. You got a power fan here that also you know, kind of defeats the natural convection system of soffit to ridge. So the ideal design here is to get this floor measured, and then understand what the 300 factor is. You divide whatever square feet you have by 300, and that tells you how much open space you need for venting, and you divide that by 2, and half of it goes to the ridge and half of it goes to the soffit. Then you just have to make sure those areas are open, and you have natural convection going on all year long. It bathes the entire underside of the sheathing, not just selected areas. For instance, if that power fan clicked on, it would pull air from the closest opening, which would be the ridge vent. So you wouldn't be getting a lot of movement. Most of the air would be coming from 3 or 4 feet away, and the rest of the air would remain stagnant. So the continuous soffit vent and the continuous ridge vent is the best system. You can't get it interfered with other things, though, like insulation or blocked ridges or gable vents or power fans, and expect it to work right. So that's the story here. I'm going to do some more calculations, and then I'm going to wrap this up.